I pretended to have amnesia after the accident. What my family did still haunts me. I never thought I'd end up doing something like this. But after the accident, when I woke up in the hospital and realized everyone around me was lying, I decided to lie back. The doctor said I was lucky to be alive. My car had flipped after someone cut the brakes. Everyone assumed it was just a malfunction, but deep down, I knew it wasn't. When my mother and sister came to visit, I noticed how strange they looked at each other. Whispers, half smiles, nervous glances. Then my sister leaned close and said, "It's okay if you don't remember anything. Maybe it's better that way." That's when I decided to pretend I didn't. I told the doctors I couldn't recall anything beyond the accident. The lie was too easy to maintain. I just had to act confused and quiet. And as soon as I did, people started talking around me like I wasn't even there. My sister began visiting almost every day. She'd sit next to me, scrolling through her phone, sometimes saying things under her breath like, "You always get everything, don't you?" My mother, on the other hand, was overly kind, too kind, like she was scared of me remembering something. 3 days later, my boyfriend came, the man I thought I was going to marry. He didn't hug me, didn't cry, just stood there, avoiding my eyes. When I pretended not to recognize him, he looked relieved. That relief broke something inside me. Over the next week, I started piecing things together. I asked small questions, pretending to be curious, like a child. Were we close? Did I have a job? Did something bad happen before the accident? Every answer came with hesitation. But what they didn't realize was that I still remembered everything, every fight, every secret. I remembered how I had confronted my boyfriend about my sister. I remembered the way he begged me not to tell my mom. And I remembered the brake fluid leaking from my car 2 days later. On the 10th day, I overheard them talking in the hallway, my sister and him. She was crying. He said, "It's fine. She doesn't know. We'll just wait until she's discharged." That sentence burned into me. I wanted to scream, to let them know I knew, but I couldn't. Not yet. So I stayed quiet. I smiled. I thanked them for visiting. I let them believe I was harmless and broken. And when I was finally discharged, I went home with my mother. She insisted I stay with her for safety, but that house felt like a stage built over rot. For 2 weeks, I played my part perfectly. Every day my sister would stop by, pretending to check on me. My ex would text my mom for updates. And every night I'd sit awake, pretending to sleep, while I listened to the walls whisper their guilt. Then, one morning, my mother left for errands. My sister came alone. She sat by my bed, staring at me like she wanted to say something. Finally, she whispered, "You should have just stayed quiet, you know? None of this would have happened if you hadn't told him you were leaving." I opened my eyes. "I remember everything," I said. The color drained from her face. She froze for a moment, then ran out of the room. I didn't follow. I just sat there, shaking, listening to her car start, tires screeching down the street. That was 6 months ago. The police say they're still investigating, but I know nothing will come of it. She's gone. So is he. Sometimes, at night, I still hear that sentence echoing in my head. Maybe it's better that way. And maybe she was right. Maybe it really would have been better if I hadn't remembered. But I do. And that's what keeps me up.